Is this frequency in use? This is Kilo 4 Bravo Whiskey Alpha, net control for the Middle Tennessee Simplex net. This is net number 162. My name is Ricky and I'm located in Portland, Tennessee. Stations with emergency or priority traffic can break in any time. If there should be any emergency or priority traffic, we'll put the net on hold and help in any way we can. This net meets every Thursday at 7 p.m. You can also find it live on Facebook. All you have to do is go to Middle Tennessee Simplex 147555. We also have a YouTube channel. I encourage you all to go there and subscribe. We can't get airtime at the moment, but I am recording this and will post it on YouTube after the net. If we can get enough subscribers, we'll be able to do it live on YouTube also. The purpose of this net is to have fun and promote amateur radio use. This is an open topic net and is open to all FCC licensed amateur radio operators. If I do not acknowledge your call, please try again. Once again, any licensed amateur radio operator is welcome to check in. We do ask that you please follow all FCC Part 97 rules and regulations when identifying your station. We'll start the net tonight with announcements. If you have an announcement, call now.
Kilo Mike 4, Yankee Romeo Foxtrot.
Well, good evening, Mike. Kilo Mike 4, Yankee Romeo Foxtrot. Go ahead.
All right, I'm here to tell everybody about the Mid-10 phone net. It's a 10-meter net, and it happens on Sunday evening at 8 o'clock. Our time has changed from 7:30 to 8 o'clock to give me the opportunity to get to church and get back before the net. So we start out at 28.415 upper sideband, and then we go from there to 29415 and do FM, and then from there over to 28250 and do C4 FM. It's not a sophisticated net. It's just laid back. We're just in it to see who we can hear and who can hear us, and to promote amateur radio use. Love to have anybody with 10-meter capabilities give it a shot. If I can't hear you, maybe someone else can, and they can relay you in. Looking forward to seeing who shows up on Sunday night, 8 p.m., starting out at 28415, upper sideband. That's all I got, Ricky. Back to net control.
All right, Mike. Thank you so much for that relay. I'm thinking relay because of Rick. Kilo November 4, Tango Juliet Foxtrot was just checking in too. So you usually relay them in. But anyway, thank you for that announcement. If you wasn't able to hear Mike, I do encourage you to go to Facebook, follow along live. That way you'll be able to hear everything I hear, just as I hear it up here in Portland. And he was wanting to remind everybody that the Mid-10 phone net time change is now 8 o'clock Sundays, starting on frequency 28.415. They jump over to a couple other frequencies, but if you're there at 8 o'clock at 28.415, you'll be able to follow them over to the other frequencies that they go to. All right, I do want to go ahead and acknowledge I got Rick, Kilo November 4, Tango Juliet Foxtrot, checked in. Thank you, Rick, for checking in. All right, does anybody else have announcements? Call now. All right, well, I have a couple announcements. If you like Simplex, we have a couple of Simplex nets, one out of Bowling Green on Tuesdays and Friday nights at 7:30 on frequency 146430. Another one out of Mount Juliet on Wednesdays and Saturdays at 8 o'clock on frequency 146415. We also have I think that it's tonight, Wilson County Club and Information Net on repeater 147.105, and that's at 8 o'clock tonight. Pretty sure that is tonight. I think it's the first and third. No, this is the fourth. They're probably not on tonight, but y'all try to remember them on the first and third Thursday of every month. So I'm a little bit off. So that would be there won't be having a net tonight. Don't forget the roundtable net on Mondays at 7 o'clock on the W4LKZ linked repeater system. You can find a list of all the linked repeaters at www.scara.net. Also on that same linked repeater system on Sundays at 6 o'clock is the weekend wind down net. And again, that's on W4LKZ linked repeater system starting at 6 o'clock on Sundays. All right, does anybody else have announcements? Go ahead. All right, well, last week we started a new thing calling, asking, what's bugging you? It went over really well, so we may continue with that this week. Of course, it's been a whole 7 days, so I'm sure whatever was bugging you last week hopefully isn't bugging you this week, and you've got something new, or maybe you got nothing at all bugging you, and that's okay too. But some top stories in the news, if you're following along, is Russian collusion is back in the news. Also another thing is let me see if I'm saying this right. Ketanji Brown, the Supreme Justice that was put in place by Biden, and of course she was approved through the Senate and Congress and everything. But you know, a lot of times everything that's done in the dark always comes to light, and it's really, really funny that just the auto pen and the use of that auto pen is causing so much issues with everything that now that Biden did in office is being kind of investigated as, you know, did he do it? Somebody else do it? So, you know, it's kind of like one of those things, you know, they kind of went crazy with that auto pen, and now it's coming back to biting them. So now it's actually looking to that Ketanji Brown. I know you know who I'm talking about, but now she's actually being looked at as even being legitimate Supreme Court justice. So that's in the news. All right, well, let's go ahead and move on. There's other stuff in the news. If y'all want to talk about it, just go ahead. But we'll go ahead and see if we can't pick up some check-ins. If you want to check into the net tonight, call now.
Kilo India 4, Sierra India Bravo. Good evening, Ricky.
Well, buddy, that is a very familiar voice and call sign. Haven't heard it in a long time. Richard, how are you doing? Kilo India 4 Sierra India Bravo.
Ricky, I have been on a journey. It started last September the 5th, and I finally came home from the hospital on December the 22nd of 2024, and I'm recuperating from gallbladder removal, half my liver removed, and I got to have two stents put in my heart. But
my goodness,
I'm going to survive. I'm going to be just fine. And I know it's been a long time, and I hate it, but I finally got a good combination down here that I think it's going to work a whole lot better than anything I've had in a while. And just wanted to jump in and say hello and 7-3 to everybody that can hear my voice, and God bless everybody else as well. So I won't keep you, and I will make one comment about the political atmosphere in the world. The Democrats are so darn busy hating Trump, absolutely despising Trump, trying to do everything they can to discredit Trump, tear him down, whatever they think they're big enough to do. But the thing is, they don't have any solution to anything either. They're so busy hating him, they have absolutely no recourse, no plan for the future of anything. But anyway, you carry on and take care of yourself, and I'll be back as soon as I can. KI4S, I'll be back to net. Thank you, sir. God bless.
Well, God bless you too, Richard. And it sounds to me like you had a battle, and it looks like you won that battle, and you're back on your feet and ready to battle some more. Praise God. So it's good. I'm glad you got your antenna and radio combination back up, working like it used to, sounding good. I know you're at your new home location, so wherever that is, you got a good signal coming up into Portland.
Thank you, Ricky. That was what I was hoping for when I put this thing up last Sunday. Finally got it in the air. It's a brand new push-up, 40-foot tall, and a brand new X510 diamond antenna. And I think it's going to work out real well. And I'm living in a house now, not an apartment. So we're trying to improve that living situation a little bit as well. Take care, and I will get out of your way. Carry on, 7-3, KI4S, I'll be back to net.
All right, that was Richard, Kilo India 4, Sierra India Bravo. Been a long time since I wrote that call sign in my book. It's really, I really have a lot of, prayers for you, brother. That's what I'm trying to thank for. I'm going to keep you in my prayers because you've been through a lot and you sound good. So I know you're through that, and we're going to continue to keep you lifted up. All right, while we were talking, we got Justin checking in, Kilo 4 Yankee Alpha Golf. And I'm not sure where he's located. Said he's located in EM76, so wherever that's at. I don't know, maybe he'll enlighten me in a minute. And yeah, Richard, I agree with you wholeheartedly about the Democrats not having anything to offer. It's really clear. Oh, okay, Justin, Overton County. Well, I tell you what, if you send out a call, we might be able to get somebody to relay you in. So go ahead and try to put a call out, and we'll be listening. All right, another one checking in is Kilo November 4, Whiskey Lima Mike, Mickey up here in Franklin area in Kentucky. Got you in here, Mickey. Appreciate it. Yeah, up there in Franklin. It's about a little bit north of me. Justin, we are on 147.555. It's simplex, so you don't need no tones or nothing. Just type that frequency in and send out a call. We'll be listening. Negative. That's 147555 is the frequency, Justin. All right, got another check-in, Kilo 4, Romeo Juliet Victor, Eric, checking in. He's actually up there above Bowling Green a little bit. I hope you get your antenna and everything going, Eric. I'd love to hear you checking in.
K4WKU.
Another Kentucky man up here checking in, Steve, Kilo 4, Whiskey Kilo Uniform. How you doing tonight?
Ricky, I'm doing great. I also want to relay in WJ14. He was trying to get to you also while Richard was in there blowing off my speaker. And I want to say something here while I got a chance. Richard, I didn't get a chance to say hello to you the other night when you checked in on my net. Thank you for checking in. And thank you for remembering the net. Thank you for fighting, brother. I'll be praying for you.
Well, Kilo India 4, Sierra India Bravo, Richard, are you still there? Okay, well, evidently he must have jumped off, but well, that's good. If he's reaching all the way up in there into Kentucky, Bowling Green, then he is doing well with that setup he's got down there in Lebanon.
Yeah, he jumped in there on my net the other night, said hello. He's coming in like gangbusters. Anyway, Ricky, that's pretty much all I've got. I'm going to call it an early night. K4WKU, thanks for doing the net. Thanks for the shameless plug.
All right, anytime, brother. Kilo 4, Whiskey Kilo Uniform, got you checked in here, Steve. And I copied Whiskey 4 Juliet Tango, Randy, relayed from Bowling Green. Got you checked in too. Thank you, Steve, for the relay.
Yeah, Whiskey Juliet for Tango.
I always do that. It's got to be that dyslexia in me. I hear it one way, write it another. Whiskey Juliet 4 Tango.
You got it. We will talk to you later, my friend. Talk to you tomorrow night. K4WKU 73.
All right. Well, I got a guy trying to call out. Justin, will you go ahead, Kilo 4 Yankee Alpha Golf. Go ahead and send out a call. We'll see if anybody out there can hear you, and we'll either get you relayed in or at least give you an opportunity to give you the clear airway. Go ahead. All right, well, I'm not hearing anything. Anybody else pick up that station, Kilo 4 Yankee Alpha Golf? All right, well, let me get back to Mike. He was one done his announcement earlier, Kilo Mike 4, Yankee Romeo Foxtrot. and ask if you have any comments or what's bugging you this week. That's something we're going to add to our net. Mike, what do you got?
Well, Ricky, the only thing that's really bugging me is just trying to make it through one more day at work this week, and then I've got 3 weeks.
Oh my!
3 weeks and a couple of days to wait until surgery time. It's getting a little harder every day to make it and just get through. But so far, God's getting me through it, and I give Him the praise for that. Back to net control.
Amen. Amen on that. And I guess being working and everything and struggling with that like you are, it's definitely got to be hard. So I'm glad you're getting that time off too, so that you first of all, don't make it any worse, because working ain't helping, I'm sure, and give you time to prepare. So 3 more weeks and 2 days, we'll be keeping you in prayer, and hopefully that surgery goes well and you got a fast recovery and back on your feet. I'm pretty sure, didn't you say it's a hip?
No, it's back. I'm having a fusion in 2 different places. One up high and then one down low. And I'm gonna talk to the doctor about putting a 2-meter antenna back there and a little piece of coax coming out, so I don't have to carry a extra radio around.
Oh. Man, I tell you what, I wasn't expecting that. That's a good one. You'll be a walking antenna. Well, that's. I mean, I don't want to sound like any pain or any problem is a problem, but I mean, thank God it's not a hip. And now with these back surgeries, infusions, and all that stuff they got going on, I mean, that stuff, the way they do it now, little incisions and the work they do is pretty quick, and the recovery time is a lot quicker. So I'm glad it wasn't a hip, and praise God that it's something that is a fairly simple operation, and the recovery time is quick. So you just can't do no twisting and lifting and bending, and that's the hard part, is just basically allowing it to heal.
Well, luckily for me, my son works with me, and he keeps an eye out for me, and everybody at work, they're watching me every minute, not letting me do anything stupid. So I'm thankful for that. And I've got a great doctor. It's Dr. Snowden with TOA. I went to another specialist for just a second opinion and everything, and he told me that I had one of the best doctors I could have, and he said if I was going to have back surgery, he would be the one to do it for me. So that made me feel pretty good.
Roger that. Which hospital are you going to be having it at?
It's going to be at the TOA Surgery Center, Midtown.
Oh, okay, in Nashville somewhere then.
Yeah, and the doc said that I would have to stay overnight. If I did okay, I could come home the next day. If not, they might keep me 1 extra day. But I'm looking forward to coming home the next day.
Yeah, hey, we'll be praying for that you get home. You recover fast. I'm a firm believer, get home, because the faster you get home, the faster you recover. It seems like hospitals, all they do is, they aggravate you. I mean, to the point where you can't rest. They come in taking vitals about every hour. And I know they're just doing the job and checking on you because they got all that responsibility. But I have never been able to really rest and sleep in a hospital.
Well, the good thing about being home is I'm close to the coffee pot.
Right, and they don't think to ask if you want coffee. And that little bitty 1 cup they send you up of a morning, I have suspicions that it's decaf. because I never could get rid of that morning headache because I wasn't getting my caffeine. So I was really being suspicious about their coffee.
Well, when they did the test on my blood to see what type my blood was, they decided that it was Folgers.
Roger that. Well, I kept complaining to the nurse. I was like, man, I've got this headache. Well, of course, I had that mini stroke, and I didn't know if it was from not having coffee or they probably had me on decaf or something. But I was complaining to one of the nurses and said something about, man, I've got a headache. Probably caffeine. I'm not getting enough coffee. I usually have 4 cups a day at least. And she says, you want a cup? And I know where she went. She went to the nurse's station and got me a cup. That stuff was strong. And it wasn't long after I drank that coffee, that headache was starting to go away.
I hear that. Well, I guess I've got nothing left to complain about, so I'll stay back in that control. Thank you for doing what you do, Ricky.
All right, Michael. God bless you, brother, and we'll keep you in prayer. I know everything's going to be fine. I just know it in my heart because you're already lifted up, man, already. All right. Well, we got while we was talking, we got Bob checking in, Kilo Delta 2, Juliet Papa. We call him Hummingbird Bob. Well, I tell you what, the hummingbirds have been going at it at my house. I hope everybody else that's feeding them's getting as much action as I've been getting. I guess it's so hot. Them hummingbirds are really hitting those feeders. Last year wasn't as good as this year, and this year, I tell you what, they've been busy. You can't hardly look out the window and there ain't one at the feeder. So, I mean, that's the first time that it's been that busy at my house anyway. All right, well, let's go ahead and send out another call. We're looking for check-ins from anybody, anywhere. This is Kilo 4, Bravo Whiskey Alpha. And we are looking from check-ins. Call now.
AC 9 AM.
Well, good evening, Steve. Alpha Charlie 9, India Mike. How are you doing? Staying cool, I hope.
Well, temperature-wise, the big AC keeps it down to about. I'm getting down about 80 in the daytime.
Me too,
that's
Bob.
about as good as it gets. It's not normal weather. Let's put it that way.
Well, according to the news this morning, we're at we're about to break a record, I think. I can't remember the exact number. I think they said that we had like 33, the previous record was 33 straight days in the 90s. And I think right now we're at like 27 or 28, so we're possibly could break. There's no relief in sight. So it's very possible that we could break a record for the most consecutive days over 90 degrees, since they've been keeping track anyway.
Well, this is my 11th summer here at my place, and I've been talking to a lot of people that have spent their entire life in this county. They've never lived anywhere else. They go, no, this isn't normal. No. They go, nighttime never stayed so hot and humid. They go, this is not normal. I go, you've heard of weather modification programs? They go,
Yeah.
yep, we have.
Well, I was thinking back, our April this year wasn't normal. We normally didn't keep days in the 80s. April was really warm for an April. Best I remember, as far as April went.
So yeah, I got home because since we don't have an economy, because we don't manufacture anything anymore, we import everything, basically. Yeah, the freight hauler broke down again.
Oh,
The
no.
nitrous oxide sensors took another dump. They were fixed on the first, and then they went out again, so I've been sitting here for a week looking stupid. It just gets better every day.
Well, I don't guess it would do any good to ask you what's bugging you then, huh?
Well, I'm old enough to remember when the country actually manufactured everything that was consumed,
Yeah.
and if you wanted to buy something that was imported, you paid a big fat tax on it that protected our manufacturing. It's all gone now,
Yeah.
and there's no quality. It's all junk.
Well, I know a little bit about that excise tax. I owned a Fiat Spider, as a little sports car. Oh, back maybe in the late 70s, and this is during that time period you're talking about when we made everything. Well, it had dual points in it, and you couldn't get them anywhere here. You had to order them from Italy or wherever it's at. I think that's where that car is made. And I remember having to order a set of them, and of course, here in the United States, back in the 70s, you buy a set of points for about $2. And I can't remember what the points were as far as the cost. I think they were around $20 or $30 for the points. And then they had like a $75 uh, excise tax on it. And those points ended up costing me like $100-something. And this was back in 1978 or 79. So yeah, I know about how it used to be.
Yeah, that's basically a tariff, is what that was. The insanity in my county continues. Last weekend, somebody, their own dog, took a chunk out of their arm. Literally, they could see their bone for the second time. The helicopter was flying above the town trying to communicate to the EMS people on their own repeater, but since the politicians put brand new Kenwood radios that are only on NXDN mode, they're not mixed mode programmed because they're stupid. The helicopter was just hovering up there for minutes and minutes and minutes going, finally somebody went, hey, the ambulance is trying to contact you people. Why can't they contact you on your own repeater? This is how stupid government is when they run radio setups.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't know enough about it to comment, but it sounded to me like it was a problem with communications, for sure. But, I think it would have been easy enough to solve if they'd have done some investigating ahead of time to make sure that everything was going to line up. So I'm not sure. I'm not so sure if you can label the whole government as the problem, other than the person who did the ordering of the radio. Maybe one person was the problem.
No, because last month, I personally went and talked to the police chief here in my city. And I explained to him what's going on. He goes, we are aware of it. I said, fine, what are you doing about it? He goes, well, we're waiting for approval from the city council.
Oh, yeah.
I said, you've got to be a politician. I said, every time that helicopter is hovering over the city with no communications because of what you're doing with the radio system that I'm helped pay for,
you're looking for a lawsuit. He goes, we know that. I said, okay, all right, that's all I want to hear. We're working on the problem. This is how incompetent governments are.
Well, I mean, they got to be in communication with somebody. I mean, or at least a tower of an airport, or maybe wherever they're landing at, or I mean, at the emergency operations center, or I mean, they got to be talking to somebody. They're not going to let them just be up there in the air and not have any communication at all. I mean, I know they're not that dumb.
The helicopter corporation, they know what they're doing, okay? So, dispatch with this company is out of Bowling Green. They've got a great setup going. They're on analog, 160.17 megahertz. And standard procedure for years was they're dispatched over to here, and they always would get close to the area. They would contact EMS on their own repeater here locally, and they would ask for, where do we land? Do you have a patient update? But for about 3 months now, they can't communicate with them because of the new radios they put in the EMS ambulances. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. It's just, and they already know about what's going on, but they're working on the situation. You can't make this stuff up.
Well, you're right. You know, most of them, you know, they got the red tape. You can't do anything without, you know, first going to council. If everybody vote on it, and I don't know what they would do in an emergency, but by the time you go through all the red tape, it does take time. And you know what? Some of that is important. It has to be. Otherwise, you get people spending the city's money without really discussion. It's kind of like buying those Kenwoods.
There's a helicopter dispatch right there going on. So I talked to the assistant chief. He's a good old boy. And I asked him, I said, you obviously are in a contract with Kenwood. He goes, correct.
I got you in here, bro.
So it should be
Thank
no
you much.
cost
Kilo 4, Bravo
to the
Tango,
county
November.
or city to have their technician come back and reprogram the radios so it's mixed mode instead of digital audio only. He goes, I don't know, but I'll look into it. I said, that's a good answer.
Well, that's the get rid of you answer.
So there's your proof that people have no idea what's going on with radios. I mean, they just don't know anything. And I try to give them the benefit of the doubt that they've got a clue, but I mean, this is scary.
Well, don't you think that communications would be important enough that they would hire somebody that was diverse in the FCC, you know, logs or radios, or what it would take, what they would need? It doesn't make sense, and I'm kind of leaning your way on this. Is you know, it sounds to me like whoever they put in charge of the radios doesn't have a clue to what the city needs, or what they need to be able to communicate with the helicopter and vice versa.
Right, and this is the evidence of the continually dropping IQ of society. So when I first moved here, almost 11 years ago, 10 and a half, the guy that was physically doing the maintenance of the radios, he would do the work on the little baby repeaters. He was in Bowling Green, W4 BG.
Congratulations, bro. The newborn.
He knew what he was doing. But these people are no longer dealing with this county. So, like you said, they obviously have people that have no idea what's going on. It's really staggering.
Well, let me tell you how it probably went. The city council was sitting around there saying, well, we need to get new radios. And they said, does anybody know anything about radios? And this one guy pops up and says, well, I got some walkie-talkies at home. And they was like, okay, well, you're in charge. Get us some new radios.
Okay. This is what I believe what happened. Business as usual. Kenwood had a sales rep show up one day, talking to the people at the top here in the county. Again, and they went, we heard that you have some dead spots on your repeaters. They go, okay. Well, how about if we have you sign a contract for some brand new Kenwood radios for the ambulances, and we've got federal funding that we can get you, and a little bit you'll have to pay. And if you go for the contract, after it's a done deal, we're going to come back with a garbage bag full of cash money as a kickback. That's the way it works.
Well, you're right. That's probably how it works. But I like my little story better.
Yeah, I hear you, Rick. It's just frustrating because us here on the radio, we forgot more than what any cop even knows about radios. I mean, I tried to help them. They will, they have come over my place and asked me questions about the radios. I go, what do you want to know? They go, how do you know so much about them? They go, because I've been playing with them for 48 years.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, that's why the local cops, they all call me the radio man.
Yeah. Well, I mean, evidently, if they know you, they should be coming and asking you for advice then on how to fix the problem. But it's more than likely, like you said, they just need to get with Kenwood and have them come in and fix it. I think it's a little bit sad that they give them the radio, set them all up, and basically left them hanging without staying and finishing out the problem and making sure that everything worked like it was supposed to.
The other day I talked to a guy here on the radio in White House, and he's been redoing some older Kenwood radios for 2 meters, or 6 meters. I mean, they sound great. I mean, we talk simplex on 52525 with no problem at all. And I asked him, I said, look, to your knowledge, the newer Kenwood radios for government, I said, can they program it for mixed mode, analog, or digital audio? He goes, yes, they can. So I already told him that here in the county. I said, look, call up your vendor, Kenwood, have them come, send somebody down, and just reprogram for mixed mode. They looked at me like I was speaking Spanish to them. Oh, how do you know that? You can't make this stuff up.
Well, maybe, then they're just probably waiting on somebody to come. They may have already asked, and they're waiting for the radio tech guy to come and actually fix the radio. So, and that, how that red tape goes.
Yeah, I know. Well, hey, I don't want to keep hogging up the frequency. Let's see if we can get some more check-ins out here, get something else going. AC9AM.
All right, while we was talking, we had Kilo 4 Bravo Tango November check-in. Brock, he's actually at Vanderbilt with his newborn baby. Congratulations to the Poole family with the new addition. Thank you for checking in, Brock. Again, that was Kilo 4 Bravo Tango November. And y'all go ahead and jump on Facebook and congratulate him with his family with that new addition. All right, we're taking check-ins from anybody, anywhere. Call now.
8409.
hey, I got you in here, Danny. Kilo Delta 4, Golf Oscar November. Now, last week, what was bugging you was all them allergies. What's bugging you this week?
I don't know. Probably nothing right now.
Well, that's okay. It doesn't have to be anything. I mean, it was just be one of those. It's been a whole week, and it could be something new, or nothing at all. So that's good that you have nothing at all. That means that what was bugging you last week isn't bugging you this week.
All right. Well, the allergies are still there, but I guess I just live to deal with them. So, but anyway. I don't know.
Well, I don't remember if you checked in on the Monday night net. Did you make it out to the Hamquist?
Yeah, I was there. Yeah, that cost me a lot of money. No, I didn't check in Monday. I don't know what happened. I got home and next thing I know, it was 8 o'clock.
Well, you said it cost you a lot of money, so you must have purchased quite a bit of stuff then, huh?
Yeah, I bought a Tri-Band HF beam, and I bought a Jimpo.
Well, that's good. I Monday night, I asked everybody, first of all, did you go, and then what it cost you to go, as far as what did you buy?
I guess, well, it didn't cost me nothing to get in because somebody else paid my way in, but it cost me $500.
Woo! Man, oh, my goodness. Are you okay?
Oh yeah. It was money, quite money.
Okay, so you were prepared. You've been waiting all year for it.
Yeah, I've been saving for things, but I went with a list and didn't find nothing on my list, though. That's the problem. I still got that to buy.
Roger that. Well, a lot of times you go with a list and get everything but that, and it's because everything else pops up. So the list, was it you just couldn't find anything that you wanted, or it just wasn't available?
I need some. It's probably things that I don't know. It probably wasn't a good M-Fest for that. I needed some guy wire, and I needed some guy anchors, and some the boom, the tie things.
Oh yeah, well yeah, those kind of things. You wouldn't be that much. In fact, I don't remember seeing too much of that stuff at any of the Hamquist, to be honest with you. Probably stuff like that would probably be more than likely you'd have to buy it new online or something, because I'm not so sure if anybody would, unless they had a booth that specialized in that stuff, because most people don't sell used guide wires and stuff like that I know of.
Right.
Well, Danny, you got anything else you'd like to add to the net tonight? Any top stories, anything going on? You know, we mentioned something about the Russian collusion is back in the news. And then we've got that Supreme Justice that they're questioning the legitimacy, yeah, that was a tongue twister, of the Supreme Justice. I think it was Ketanji Brown, that one that just got elected. Everything that's going on, due to the fact that those electronic pen or the auto pen was used so much that now just about anything that Biden did is being questioned as far as if it was actually legal or the legitimacy of it. So that was in the news now. So they're actually looking at that.
Right. No, I'm not. I don't know. I'm not educated enough to comment on that, really. But I don't know.
Sound like you said educated.
Yeah.
Well, I ain't educated about it either. Oh my goodness. Well, Danny, it's good to hear from you. Got a good signal tonight. Are you at the house? Or I know you're not mobile because you sound too good.
Yeah, I'm talking on my 991 and my boom mic.
Well, this is the best I've heard you, so you're doing good with that radio and mic. I got a good copy on you. Of course, you can always go to Facebook and replay it and listen to your signal and hear it how I hear it up here in Portland. It's K4 BWA for ID. All right. Well, have you got anything else to add? Or move on.
No, that's it. We lost a great rock and roller this week, and a great entertainer, wrestler. But with that, I'll leave it. 84 Dillon.
Well, we lost Ozzy, and I lost Connie Smith before that, and then we lost Ozzy, and I told my wife, I said they always goes in threes and stuff. I said, well, I wonder who's going to be next, and then got up this morning and found out old Hulk Hogan had passed away, and I'm like, well, that's the third one.
Yeah, I know it. All righty. Well, you have a good evening. I know there's a bunch in there, so 84 join.
All right, Kilo Delta 4, Golf Oscar November. Danny checking in with us tonight. Anybody else want to get in? This is Kilo 4, Bravo Whiskey Alpha. My name's Ricky, and I'm up here in Portland, and we're taking check-ins from anybody, anywhere. Call now.
Kilo Oscar 4, Uniform Lima Tango, Ricky. Kilo Quebec 4, Sierra Romeo Echo. And Kilo Golf 2, Papa. Kilo Oscar 4, Uniform Lima Tango, Rick in Hartsville.
All right, I had a few come at me that time, but I got you in here, Rick. Kilo Oscar 4, Uniform Lima Tango. How are you doing tonight?
Ricky, I'm doing all right. I just wanted to call and give you a check-in. I don't have anything for the net. Going to get out of the way and let you get some more check-ins. You have a good evening, 73 to you, and appreciate what you're doing.
All right, Rick, got you in here. Thank you much for the check-in. Also had another check-in, Kilo Golf 2 Papa. That's a new one on me. Can I get your name?
You sure may. My name is Dave, Delta Alpha Victor Echo, and I am from San Antonio, Greek Five Land down there, about 23 miles southeast of downtown San Antonio.
Oh, roger that. I know where San Antonio is. I did some cabinet building in that area. I believe it was a Discount Tire display we put together there in that town.
Okay, very good. Yeah, you might know my town then. I'm a little bit north of Floresville, small town called Lavernia. So, yeah, good Texan name, and the street I live on, believe it or not, is Chisholm Trail.
Oh, Chisholm Trail. Yeah, I tell you what, I love that movie. Chisholm. I watch it. Well, actually, it's on Tubi now. I watched it the other day.
Yeah, yeah. There were a couple guys here. I'm trying to get to my notes real quick here. Who? Hang on a second here. Go on somebody else and come on back to me.
All right. Well, I had another check-in just before you, but I wasn't able to get his call because I had one before him, and then you came in after him, and I missed his call. So, if you tried to check in and I didn't get your call, please try again.
Kilo Quebec 4, Sierra Romeo Echo.
Well, Bill, good to hear from you. You got that antenna pointing right at me tonight.
I do, and I got my radio powered down nice and low to avoid the rumble strips.
Well, you got an awesome signal. Very good. I can always tell when you're pointing at me.
Well, I got the night off here. Our church is doing VBS this weekend, and we're taking the night off before it all starts tomorrow, and I just said to myself, I've got to check in with Ricky.
Well, I appreciate it because, hey, we're having a good night. You're number 16.
Well, that's excellent. That's excellent. Yeah, I'm sitting here in my radio room doing a bunch of FT8, exchanging data right now with people over in Europe on 20 watts.
Wow. And everybody was saying 20 watts wasn't going to be enough.
Well, Ricky, the solution is a good, efficient antenna.
That's right.
At the proper height above the ground.
That's
so
right.
You get some good propagation and good low-loss coax cable. If you do it all right, you maximize your power, right?
Yeah, I agree. Yes, roger that. I mean, that's what it's all about. Antenna and height is the two major contributors to a awesome signal.
That's it. I mean, at this point in my life, I'm just not sure I want to put the money into 100 watts. 20 seems to do me just fine.
Well, I think it does just fine. I mean, if you're talking, what's the farthest distance that you've logged so far?
Well, on FT8, Australia.
Well, what about analog?
Japan on 10 meters.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, see, that's my longest, and I was pushing 100 watts, and that's my longest contact. But I'm just doing in-fed antenna, and that was my longest contact too. So hey, that's about 8,000 or 6,000 or 8,000 miles, I think.
I think so. I also activated Dale Hollow, POTA, and after I got done doing that, I did a little bit of just general CQ, and a guy from Portugal was on there, and I responded to him, and he had me at a 5.9 plus 10, and when I told him I was on a G90, his response was one word: wow.
Yeah, right. I guess I need to do it the right way. A lot of times I just go ahead and send out 100-watt signals everywhere and every time. And, I guess sometimes it would be awesome just to see how far you can reach out on 5, 10, 15, 20 watts. And I might start doing that because, that's when you really push your antenna and your system out there and see what it's really capable of.
Yeah. So, with me, Ricky, first of all, what is one of the things about ham radio? you're supposed to use as little power as
Right.
necessary to make contact with others, right?
Yeah.
So, I'm certainly doing my part to abide by that, but I think there's just a particular skill in being able to operate low power and have good efficient cable, a good efficient antenna, put all the best practices into play, and get to enjoy some real rewards for those efforts. And I really like that, you know.
Right. Well, that's why I said do it the right way. You know, I said I need to just go and do it the right way. And, you know, you start out with low voltage and everything, and then you increase it depending on, like, if you can't make contact, increase it a little bit. If you make contact and you're a little bit low and you don't have a great signal, increase it a little bit until you find out which signal is working to the minimum that you need to make the contact, and you know that's the proper way to do it, like you said.
That's it. Absolutely. So, well, anyway, that's what I'm doing tonight, Ricky. Two things that I enjoy. One, doing a little FT8. Two, joining you on your net.
Well, I appreciate it. We got Dave checking in from San Antonio, and I jumped off of him. He was looking up something. If you want to hang out a minute, we'll see what he's got for us. He had something he was going to go back and look at, and then come back and share it with us. You want to hang out a minute?
Well, I've got a couple other things that I've got to do, namely one, get some food off the stove here before I end up having a situation. But I'm going to certainly be listening on the side.
Okay, Bill, well, I appreciate you coming in and giving me a check-in. Like I said, we're having an awesome night. We're up to 16 check-ins. That was Kilo Quebec 4 Sierra Romeo Echo, Bill up in Scottsville, checking in. And Dave, Kilo Golf 2 Papa, go ahead.
Okay, Ricky, very good. K4 BWA, KG2P. Well, I am not in San Antonio tonight. That's where my home QTH is. But, yeah, I heard of your group tonight, and I want to do a shout-out to Danny, Kitty4GON, and Tom, W4UWO. Both of them talked about you in the net tonight and suggested I might pop on up. And there's another guy who I've talked to, oddly enough, it was on Simplex 5.2 down in San Antonio. Somebody had his 6-meter linked to the Simplex frequency down there, and I got skunked on that. I figured it out pretty quick. But anyhow, it was still fun talking to Wes. And let's see, Wes.
Wes, yeah.
KE4TWI.
Yeah.
And he was the one who suggested the Thursday night net, and I want to say shout out to him if he's around. Just here for a week with the grandkids. One of them is going into high school, and the other one is having a senior year in high school. So we're down here visiting them while their parents are away on their 20th anniversary. So that's about all I got. I liked Bill's comments. Do it the right way.
Yeah.
Have fun. It's sort of like fly fishing. Why do you need all the bells and whistles, or why do you need 1,000 watts? And some people like that. I do not have a KW. I just run barefoot, and the most exciting contact I've had was down in Western Australia, and immediately after that I picked up New Zealand.
Oh,
and that was, 2 years ago,
That's
100 watts on a 43-foot vertical non-resident antenna. So, those kind of things are contest or anything like that. I just
No,
like to
not
play
either.
around every once in a while. So, Ricky, thank you very much for letting me come into the net tonight. I do appreciate it. And for the other ones standing by, Bill, I didn't get your call sign, but I do appreciate your comments. KG2P, back to net.
All right. Well, Dave, hey, even when you get back home, you can follow this net live. I do check-ins on Facebook in the comments. So if you have Facebook, all you have to do is just type in Middle Tennessee Simplex 147555. Type it in just like that, and you'll see my old ugly mug on there. And we're live right now, so you can check in and keep pace with the net. Even in San Antonio, we're also trying to get started up on YouTube. I don't have enough subscribers yet to be able to get enough live time, so I'm actually recording this net tonight, and then I'm going to post it to the YouTube channel. And the YouTube channel is just the same. All you have to do is go to Middle Tennessee Simplex 147555, type it in just like that, and you'll be able to go to the YouTube channel also.
Okay, very good. I got it written down.
All right, well, we picked up another check-in, and thank you, Dave, Kilo Golf 2 Papa, and that Bill's call sign was Kilo Quebec 4 Sierra Romeo Echo, and all those other call signs you were calling out is really, yes, Wes and Tom and Danny, which checked in tonight, all of my regular check-ins, and I do appreciate all of them promoting my net. I mean that's awesome that they do that for me, because I am a net operator, and net operators are greedy. They like those check-ins, and I'm no different. So speaking of check-ins, we got Eddie checking in, Whiskey 4 Echo Bravo X-Ray. Thank you, Eddie, checking in. Appreciate you. So I think we're caught up. Anybody? Hey, Mike, Kilo Mike 4 Yankee Romeo Foxtrot. Do you got any relays?
I do. I've just been waiting to jump in there. I've got Kilo India 4 November Delta November, David in Reedyville.
All right, I copy Kilo India 4 November Delta November, David in Reedyville, relayed.
All right, Ricky, I got to get out of here. My dinner's ready, but you've had a good number of check-ins tonight, and sounds like you're growing. I appreciate what you do. KM4YRS.
All right, Kilo Mike 4 Yankee Romeo Foxtrot. Yeah, we're up to 18, which is a good night, and it's actually good for Simplex. Anytime you can get that many check-ins on a net, and especially a Simplex net, that is awesome. But we're not finished yet, or maybe not. We'll send out another call, see if we get some more. This is Kilo 4 Bravo Whiskey Alpha, looking for check-ins. Check-ins. Call now. All right, well, I figured we was getting close to bringing it to an end. Let me see if anybody's got any final comments. I do want to congratulate Brock again on his newborn child up there in Vanderbilt. Kilo 4 Bravo Tango November. Just brought having a new baby being born to the Poole family. Congratulations on your new addition. And so anybody have any comments, final comments, before I send out last call? Call now.
How many did you get there, Rick?
We're up to 18.
Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah, I encourage anybody. There are people that are on 52525. When I'm home, I'm always got it on. I've heard 2 or 3 people down there. It's a really fun band on Simple FM. Please give it a shot. AC 9 AM.
All right. Anybody else have any final comments? Call now. All right, this is Kilo 4, Bravo Whiskey Alpha, and this is the Middle Tennessee Simplex Net, and we're sending out last call, last call, last call. Anybody anywhere, please call now. All right, well, we had 18 check-ins, a time duration of 1 hour and 12 minutes. That would be 72 minutes. At this time, I'm going to return this frequency back to its normal amateur radio use. This is Kilo 4, Bravo Whiskey Alpha, saying good night and God bless.